Oh, hello. Welcome back. In this segment, I don't know. No. I'm going to talk about UnderWorld Rise of the Lycans. Is the prequel to the trilogy, well, now trilogy because this one, is to the UnderWorld franchise, which is a mixed bag, I would say, probably. I do like what they do with werewolves, that they can change at will. I like some things they do with vampires. The ice blue eyes thing I always thought was weird, because I've always thought that, well, should I get on the review or ramble aimlessly on? Just, the whole ice blue eyes, it looks neat, really conceptually, but when it comes to, like, what I think a vampire should be, a vampire is undead, dead. Hence they don't breathe. Breathe as element of life, water, H2O, whatever, blah blah blah. But would they drink blood? What's mostly in the system? Blood. And their eyes should be like bloodshot red, maybe, or they have the ability to conceal their appearance. I'm not sure. But only one thing that I do like of Twilight is that whatever the fancy pants vampires, forget their Spanish name, whatever, they have these piercing red eyes, which I think is really neat looking. It's neat. It's better than, whatever. Underworld Rise of the Lycans is the prequel to the trilogy, and rambling on. Oh yeah. When I thought of the film, bland, really. It didn't really wow me in any shape, way, or form. It just felt really just by the book, boring. Werewolf slave wants to, usurp his master and get out and stuff like that, but he's in love with his master's daughter, and it's whole kind of where your race and your station kind of story, and we've seen this all before, but every plot has been done, but with this it's like, it's kind of like, what's that book called, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. It's kind of like that, it's Romeo and Juliet with werewolves and vampires, but I wasn't a big fan of the first film, but it was okay, it was decent, it was passable. Like, if it's on, I'll, like, whatever, grab a Coke, watch it. But with this, it's just, with the second one, I just thought was just fucking bad. I thought it was horrible. That guy was supposed to be Dracula? Really? This slimy ginger fucktard is supposed to be Dracula? Really? Well, he still was better than the Dracula in Blade 3, or Blade Trinity. Not Blade 3, we never got Blade 3, we got Blade Trinity, who looked like a Power Rangers villain, what Eric said, and that just made me laugh so hard. Power Rangers villain. True. Said but true. But if you hear this whirring noise coming back and forth, it's just my fan. It's hot as fuck here still. Can't wait for fall time. But this film, meh. I don't say meh a lot, but it's very boring. Is just when it comes to horror in the genre, I touched this on to my my Castlevania thoughts on the new Castlevania game, The Lords of Shadows, and if you can't make it scary, it's not going to be a survival kind of horror thing, and you're going to have like scary things or said to be scary mythology creatures in it. At least make it entertaining, and the fight scenes and choreography is okay, it's passable. It's just at the very end, and I don't know, I think that this was still in the mist, or just in the near beginning of the whole, like, Twilight phase, but this series was on before the Twilight films even began, or the books were mostly all finished. But still, for fuck's sakes, this still is nothing, not as good as Twilight. Twilight, at least you can laugh at it. You can make fun of it, you can do riff tracks, and you can watch it and just, like, fucking rip on it endlessly for just fun with your friends. But with this, it's just so bland, boring, all done, phoned in, just bland, boring, It's probably the best in the series, but still, not saying much. It's too dark. not saying too dark in ideas or in things. It's dark in that which it's depressing, maybe you could say that. It's no fun at it. Fuck, Van Helsing was better than this. I loved Van Helsing. Van Helsing used that Universal monster mash and just went nuts with it. It was fun. There's a few complaints. Maybe just one or two, but nothing else is pretty fun. It wasn't faithful to the books. It was just a great monster mash. Like the werewolves from Van Helsing. I've said this many a time in pointless conversations with my friends. It's the best werewolf. The best werewolf I've seen what I think a werewolf should look like. The vampires are over the top, yeah. I like Frankenstein's monster, and it's great. It was fun. If you can't make it scary, at least make it entertaining. And that's what Van Helsing did. But the only saving grace to this film is Victor, the British actor. He forgets me, but he's all three films. Victor, the bad guy who goes, who has that weird kind of speech pattern that just abruptly stops, and he kind of spits. I'm your father, or it's just really spits. And he's supposed to be like the main antagonist of the series, but still, he's only in one film. But I give it a 5.5 out of 10, maybe, just a little above for Victor. But if you want to see a good movie, just pick up Van Helsing. Like, fuck all those three movies, just pick up Van Helsing. You have a lot more fun. I say skip it. See Van Helsing. And may the force of evil become confused on way your hosts. Bye. Ow. Ow.